So I decided that instead of doing a review for every show I see, I'm going to do reviews for each place. So this is going to be my review for Southern California. In Southern California, I saw 4 shows. The first show was Parallel Lives at the Sunshine Books Theater in Oceanside. The second show I saw was Other Desert Cities at the Old Globe down at Balboa Park. The third show I saw was Eurydice, which was at Miracosta College Theater inside of the makeup room. And the last show I saw was The Fantastics at Segerstrom in Orange County. All of these shows were really fun to watch, although I am kind of a theater nerd, so it's hard to disappoint me. So I'll start by breaking down the shows. Parallel Lives is a comedy that consists of a collection of skits. These skits mostly talk about the relationships between men and women. When I saw it, they used minimal props. It was really cool to see how the actors made the whole scene seem more real without things like actual scenery. The second show I saw was Other Desert Cities. In Other Desert Cities, a woman who has writer's block tries to get out of it by writing a story about her family. Once the family discovers what the story is about, they become really upset with her, and a lot of secrets come out to light. In contrast to Parallel Lives, the set for Other Desert Cities was gigantic and gorgeous. They built an entire living room on stage. Everything from the water pitcher to the presents under the tree was perfect. Eurydice was put on inside of a makeup room, which meant that only 30 people could be inside watching it at one time. And there were only 2 shows. I happened to know the director, so I managed to get a seat. It's basically the Greek myth of Orpheus and Eurydice told from Eurydice's point of view. It was really sweet, and it was a completely student-made show. So the directors were students, it was produced by students, all the actors were students, it was great. And it was amazing to see all the creativity and all the new ideas that came into this performance. For example, one thing I really liked was they used shadow puppetry for a lot of their scenery. I thought this was a really creative idea because that means they could have big scenery with just little props. And finally, The Fantastics. It's basically a spoof of Romeo and Juliet. A boy and a girl are separated by a wall, and their 2 fathers are in a crazy feud, so they're forbidden to know each other. And of course, this makes them fall in love. It turns out that the 2 fathers are really great friends, and they've been plotting this whole thing just to get the 2 kids to fall in love with each other. Once it is revealed that the 2 children actually are allowed to be together, they all start to get too close and they start to push each other away. Although this set wasn't quite as detailed as Other Desert Cities, I still thought it was really great. I also loved the costuming on this show. For example, El Gallo had this really cool coat. It was kind of old-timey comic book print. It was super cool, and I kind of wish I had one. The Fantastics was the only musical that I saw in Southern California. I found that most of the shows that were in SoCal, either that I did see or was thinking about seeing, weren't very common. Although there is a lot of theater to be seen in Southern California, a lot of it isn't this kind of stuff you're going to see on, say, Broadway or the West End. You're going to see a lot of lesser-known stuff, which I find really interesting, and it is really entertaining. And I thought these shows provoked a lot of thought, whereas in the UK, because they watch theater mostly for entertainment, they're not quite as deep. But more on that later when I get to the UK video. Well, that wraps up my video of Southern California. If you have any questions, comment them. I'm also going to do a video at the end which compares the 3 places. Bye!